What is going on, guys? Riley from Mastering Lacrosse here, and today we will be doing a video on my gear bag as well as my gamers. It's been a request for quite some time, but I haven't been able to get to it simply because I'm lazy as heck, and I'm really sorry. I'm not going to make any excuses. I've just been really lazy about making videos as of late. A lot of stuff has been going on, so I haven't been able to focus on sitting down and talking to you guys, but it's a 4-day weekend. It's Sunday. I don't have practice in the morning, so I've decided to make a video. Also, it's snowing here, so I can't really go outside and play wall ball or anything. But yeah, so now you guys get to see my gamers as well as what I use and what I plan to use for the season. Now, keep in mind, everything for me is pretty much ever changing. Hopefully, I'll stick with these gamers for quite some time. I really dig how they work. But of course, everything is subject to change, and you probably will find out about if I change something through Instagram, since I generally will make posts about new gear. So yeah, let's just get into it. So to start things off, I'm just going to go over the pennies that I have in my bag. Oh, by the way, I use a Maverick Monster bag. I have like a camo one. I think you guys know what. Here, I'll show you. It's one of these. It's one of these bags. I love them. My friend Logan actually ended up telling me about this bag. He was like, "Oh, dude, we should totally get them." And that I was like, "All right, I mean, sure, why not?" Because I really liked how the bags look. So I ended up getting one. I don't know if he's been able to get one since he showed them to me, but I bought one like the day that he showed me because they were just sick, and I was like, I want one. So yeah, I'll just show you my pennies, and we'll just go through the bag, and then I will finish with my gamers. So let's just get into it. So the pennies that I have. Two of them are for my club team. One of them is for my school's winter skills. Actually, and we also use them during practices as our practice pennies when the season actually comes up. So last year, so I'll start with my club team. So when I first started my club team, actually I think it was last year. I don't remember when we got these. Anyway, it's a penny. It's just really simple. It's just my club team, and then a number. It's nothing complicated. It's a reversible, obviously, because you have to have offense and defense in different colors. White on the inside, orange on the outside, so we always go orange. So yeah, and then we have our actual game pennies, or whatever reversibles, call them what you want. People wear these during practice anyway. But yeah, so I'm 14. That's my number for anyone who doesn't know. It's my mom's birthday as well as just my favorite number, so I always try to get it. So yeah. There are pennies. I dig them. I think that the fabric's different from the one that we had before. It's pretty much the same thing, but I like this one. So actually, no, this is the real one. I think. Actually, no, the numbers are different. The numbers is made of like a different material or fabric. I don't know what to call it. It's not fabric. It's like a rubbery sort of thing. But the other one's like perfect. Like, yeah, it has little holes on it, but this one doesn't. But I like these. I always dig wearing these during the summer. So yeah. And now on to my club, or not. Those are my club pennies. This is my school one. So if you guys don't already know, I go to St. Paul's. It's a school in Baltimore. We're in the MIAA conference, and we're in the A conference within that. Yeah, I think there's a B conference as well. But anyway, we play at the whatever the highest is offered. And it's really, really fun. I played JV last year along with two other freshmen for long pole. It was a good time. But this year I plan to be doing that again, and I'm really, really excited because a lot of my teammates that were, or my classmates that were down on the fresh soft team will be coming up. It's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, here are the pennies that we use during the season for practice as well as for, our winter skills. We have winter skills sessions. That's actually where I would be right now if we didn't have it moved to tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm 97. They were just giving out at random. I don't know who had 14, but yeah, it's really, really dope. I really like them a lot. It kind of has like a thundery sort of feel. I don't know why. I guess it's just because of our school colors, which are navy and gold, if you can't already tell. But yeah, it's dope. And then we also have our whatever on the back. Our symbol. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, so this is that. The jerseys for this year are supposed to be really sick, so I'm really excited to get my hand on those. But yeah, so those are my pennies. I guess we can just get into chest pad next. I don't know. So here are my Cell 3 liners. I think I made a post about them on Instagram recently. I wanted to move to something a little bit lighter, but that still has protection. So I ended up going with the Cell 3 liner. I had to sell twos, but I had the shoulder pads, and I ended up removing the shoulder pads. I didn't really get hit up here all that often, so I ended up moving to these. They are crazy comfortable. I'm so happy with them. They have a heart pad in them. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like a little pad here. I'll undo them and show you. Um, I think most chest pads have these, but it's so if you get hit by a shot, it's not going to stop your heart, I believe that's why, because getting hit in the heart's pretty bad if anyone hasn't figured that out. But yeah, so the Cell 3 liner does everything I need. If I started getting beat up on during the season, I'd obviously go get something a little bit more protective, but I'm really not all that concerned about that. So yeah, these are those. I dig them a lot. If anyone was thinking about getting them, if you don't get hit all that often, they're a really good option. So yeah. So going on to elbow pads, and this is just going to be everything that's in my my bag. I know that I will add more stuff as the season comes along, like tape and like a little stringer like thing in case like someone's stick breaks during the game. I'll add that stuff as the season goes on, but this is just what I take to practices and stuff, and what I plan to have at least in my bag. So obviously it's subject to change, as I stated earlier. So yeah, so all the elbow pads that I carry in my bag. Also, by the way, the Maverick Monster bag is just one giant bag. There's no like compartment, so everything is just pretty much in here. So I have to find it. But yes, so all my shoulder pads or elbow pads, no, not my shoulder pads, elbow pads. My bad. Are in here. So I have my Stallion HD elbow pads, which are what I use. They're navy. I got them from TJ a while ago. Annapolis Lex, if you guys don't know him on Instagram, he ended up sending these my way along with a tank. Back when we were doing deals, we haven't really done a deal lately, but that probably will change very soon. But yeah, so here they are. I like them a lot. They're flexible. They do everything I need. I don't really get checked all that often since I'm a long pull. Since I'm a long pull midi, I do get checked, but it's not that bad. And I'll live. But yeah, so I wear these, and then also for backup or for a teammate who might forget, I have my old ones, which are the assault version. So pretty much they're the same thing. These are just an upgrade. So yeah, all of my elbow pads. So moving on to my gloves. So as you guys probably saw on Instagram, I got the school custom gloves this year. If you can't hear me, I'm really sorry. But I got school custom gloves this year, and then I'll also show you my backups / ones for teammates who forget them. So here are my old gloves, regulator 2s in all white. I actually wore these for the past season of school, but they ended up tearing in the palm, so I went to my local store, told them about it, and they just gave me a new pair. So I used them up until now, and then the new gloves came, so I ended up using those. But by the way, these are absolutely dope. If anyone has been considering them, I love these gloves. They're amazing. Only problem is they tear sometimes, but that's not a huge deal. So here are my school gloves. They're Warrior Evo. They're just so dope. I love these. They're school custom, so they have St. Paul's at the top. They have a custom colorway. They're just sick. We ordered these, I think, during the fall, and they just got here a few weeks ago. But these are honestly the most broken in and most comfortable gloves I have ever worn. If you have the money, I highly suggest the Warrior Evos. If you don't, there are other great options on the market. But yeah, these are sick. So yeah, those are my gloves, guys. I hope you like them. So up next is the helmet. So at my school, you all have to have the same helmet, or at least the same color. I don't know about everyone having to wear an R, but I think you pretty much you're supposed to. So here it is. Here is my R. It's sick. I love just how it's really not complicated at all. But when you make varsity, they give you a bunch of stickers and you put them all over, and they end up looking sick. But everyone wears just standard like this when we play JV and fresh soft. And then once you move up to varsity, you get all the stickers and everything. And then also I have a shock doctor mouth guard if anyone cares. I'll probably change that. I'm really bad at wearing mouth guards. I gag too much. Not afraid to tell everyone that. I just don't like having stuff restricting my breathing. So yeah. What else? So just a few other things that I bring in my bag, or that are involved in my gear. I have my Hirachi 4 cleats and my Hirachi 4 turfs. So before the season started last year, I ended up getting these custom on Nike.com. See, the thing is, they didn't have, or I didn't see, probably didn't see, they probably had it, a navy option for the part right here. So I ended up getting like a royal blue. So this is more University of Delaware or other schools. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. I could get new ones if I wanted, but I'm fine with them the way they are. So yeah, those are my cleats. And then, as you guys know, Hirachi turfs, so comfortable. I use these for training as well. I don't really wear them on the turf. I always prefer cleats. But if something were to happen, I would totally use these. Because I have heard of people wearing cleats on turf and getting injured, but I haven't had that issue myself. So yeah, those are my shoes. So just a few extra things. I generally try to bring waters just around my bag, and then also I have surgical gloves for when it's really cold out. I always have waters because, I mean, water is really important, so I drink water whenever I need to, or as often as I can, but also my teammates afterwards sometimes don't have them, so I just give them out. And then also, these are so that if it's really cold, you can keep your hands warm. So. Oh, and then last thing, I have an Odor Gladiator sitting in my bag. I got it in gold and navy for my school, and I think it's sick. So I just kind of have it in there to keep my stuff smelling pretty good. It generally sticks to like one area of the bag. It doesn't really do the whole bag, but I think that might be because I haven't replaced the thing in a while. So yeah, so that's all the stuff in my bag for now. Like I said, there will be other stuff that'll get added. I'll probably grab a drinking bag and put a bunch of lacrosse balls in. I'll probably have like a backup head for anyone who breaks one. I'll probably bring a backup tank for like in case I break one of my tanks. I don't know, but yeah. So on to my gamers. As you guys know, I've been using the Surgeon 10500 for quite some time, but of course there are always reasons to change sticks. So I ended up changing. The problem that I had with the Surgeon 10500 was the scoop. I think it might have just been the first production. The scoop, if I have one, was so while it not only has that smile, so it's really aggressive, it also has this part of the scoop. I think this is one of the better ones, but the scoop was pointed, like literally pointed, such that if you tried to get a ground ball, you would create pretty much there's a little sharp edge and you'd hit the turf and your stick would stop. That's really annoying if you guys haven't figured that out. Now, of course, you can fix that by getting down really, really low on ground balls, but like it's to a degree of where it's not even rational to have to get them like that. So yeah, so I ended up not using it anymore just because of that. It was really a pain in the butt. And also, just when you get them, because they cut... I don't understand why they did this. I think it was to reduce weight or something. That's what their rationale when I asked them was. But they also cut out this part. So it pretty much just made a bunch of like friction when you're getting the ground ball, which is obnoxious. As you guys can tell, I've been pretty upset about this, but it creates so much friction that you can feel when you're getting the ground ball, and that's cool. Actually, now that I've switched back to a tank, it's really weird. Or not switched back, but switched to a tank, it's really weird not feeling that. But it's just so, like, it slows you down. You can trip over your own stick. I don't know, maybe it's just a big problem for long pulls. Maybe shorties, since they can get lower without the repercussion of having the back of their stick pointing out, or falling forward and like breaking everything. It's just annoying. It's really annoying. So I ended up deciding that I didn't like that. So I went and I got 2 tanks. I technically didn't intentionally get these, meaning to game them, to make them my gamers, but I ended up looking around and realizing, hey, I should probably consider this as an option. So I did, and I realized, hey, I could pinch this. I could make the face shape exactly how I want it. I could then string it with an easy pocket. I could pretty much make it perfect. And also, it still has a really flat scoop, so I'll be able to get ground balls, no problem. So here is my gamer. It is a Maverick tank with string type 2S, 2 stack straights, and a doubled up nylon on 1 row. It's a single string all around, so that I don't have to worry about my slap checks and poke checks making my pocket like change, I guess you could say, like the strings come undone or something loosens. so it's going to stay really tight. Now, of course, if something breaks, I'd replace it. It would just be a whole replacement anyway, because I don't really like only doing top strings or anything like that. I find that really annoying, and I'm really particular. I think Chris from Mainly Mesh is similar. He just hates using like used materials anyway. It's not a big deal. I can do it, no problem. But yeah, and also something you guys probably weren't expecting. I have it on a C12 Selly long pull. It is a silver fade. If that, yeah. So this part's silver, and then it fades to black. They don't offer a single color silver, but I would plan to get one of those if it became offered. So, as you guys know, I pinched the tank. I used Throna Strings pinching tutorial and just did it exactly how I wanted it. It's so dope. I'm so happy. But I ended up contacting the guys over at C12. I was like, hey, could you tell me about your Selly some? Because I decided that the jewel lead was a little bit too heavy for me. The fact that during drills, we have to do like I think it's called Canadian. You have to do Canadian passing, which is where you put it opposite and you have to throw really weird. The fact that you can't do that when you have a lev because it's so heavy and you can't even get the ball to the person bothers me a lot. And also the lighter the stick, I'll be able to throw more passes easily. And then on top of that, this doesn't flex, which is really awesome. I like flex, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool, but I've realized that when I'm bodying guys up, if they even try to run through my stick, which I shouldn't be using, I know, but sometimes you have to. If they're running through a flexi stick versus one that's stiff, I feel there's a lot more benefit to this not flexing. So yeah, I really like the C12 Selly. It is actually as light as the Epic Dragonfly. I weighed both of them earlier. They were both 13.3 ounces. So I weighed them. This has a sandpaper grip. It doesn't have the obnoxious green that I hate. I hate that green. It doesn't go with anything of mine. It just is so annoying. But it doesn't have that. It has this grip. I know that the new Dragonfly, the 2015 version, has a sandpaper on it. But this is, I mean, I don't want to go out and get a new Dragonfly. I wanted to get something like this. It's as light. It doesn't flex, which I like. And if I end up not liking that, I can always go get a Dragonfly. But also, I'm in good relations with the guys at C12. They're cool guys. They were really kind to me. This is the long pull MIDI specific Selly. I know they have a defensive version and a long pull version. They were telling me about those. But yeah, so I ended up getting the long pull MIDI version, or LSM. I call it both of them. But this is sick. I'm so happy about it. Yeah, so that's my gamer. As you guys can tell, pocket's pretty high up there. Really, really nice channel. It's going to do everything I need. I'm not worried one bit about the season coming up. My SIG is ready. I am ready. Everything's ready. So yeah, and then going from my gamer to my backup, just to wrap things up. So I have a friend, Tate, known as Mile High Mesh. A lot of you guys have probably worked with him. He got in contact with me a while back about his friend having an Epic prototype, so I took a look at it. It was an R60 sandpaper, I think. Yeah, it's because it's rounded. It's a little bit beefier and it's a little rounded, but it's an Epic prototype. It's all silver, which is cool because it doesn't have that obnoxious color of green, which is so annoying. Seriously, it upsets me a lot more than it should. And also, I just have a replica of my gamer on here. I actually used this, and then once my Selly got in, I switched it off the lev. I switched one of them off the lev and put it on a Selly, and that became my main gamer, and then this was my backup. But yeah, so it has like a light sandpaper on it. The Selly has more sandpaper, which I like a lot, because when it rains, it's not going to become all slippery. This has some. It's a little heavier. I might just use my old Dragonfly C60 as my backup, but I'm not sure. I'm a little torn about it, so I might stick with this. So, like I said, subject to change, but it won't be the head, I promise. But yeah, so it's same head, String 2S, everything, and then my Epic prototype. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know you guys have been wanting that video for a while. I will try to do more videos. It's sitting down. I know it generally would only take like 15 minutes for a video or something like that, but sometimes I just don't feel like I can do that. I probably can. I'm going to try to get better about it. But yeah, I have a lot of heads that I'm going to be stringing up. As you guys can see from right down here, there are a lot of heads that I have that I can string up and sell. It's more just comes down to my willpower to get rid of heads. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to comment below what you think and let me know what you want to see in the future. So sorry that this video took so long to get to you guys. It's really not cool on my part, I agree. But yeah, tell me what you want to see in the future. Tell me what you thought of the video. Tell me what gear you guys use. I'd love to hear about what you guys use and why. If you guys want to like write a giant thing about why you use something or why you love something, why you don't use something anymore, let me know. Also about the tank, the fact that I pinched it, I kept it within regulations. I probably should have mentioned that. I kept it within regulations for NCAA play, which is what St. Paul's plays by. If anything were to happen and I was to get my sixth thrown out of the game, I have an unpinched tank sitting on the wall that I would switch to, or I'd just start using Surgeon's N500s. I'd try to find ones with the flat scoop. Or I would just use Stallion U500 until I find a fix. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I kept it within the specs that I was supposed to. Not too worried about it. But yeah, until next time, guys. God, I've been talking a lot. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and take it easy. Yeah.